For personalised, private, no waiting, in-home care. rightathome.com.au. This is Without Bias on SEN.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Without Bias, the final one of 2025, right here on 1116 SEN, your home of sport. Val Febbo here with you for Bowls Australia, right at home, of course, the Right Care Right at Home, Australia's premier in-home care provider, and of course for Tripadil. Roll into your next holiday with Tripadil. A massive show to finish off the year. We've got Sophie Kurzman, right at home, emerging Jackaroo to join us. She's just had some good success in New Zealand at the Burnside Under-26 singles. And speaking of New Zealand, one of their absolute superstars who's going to be making her Bowls Premier League debut, New Zealand Blackjack, Commonwealth Games bronze medalist, World Championship winning Selina Goddard, joins me on the line now. Selina, welcome.
Hi, Val. Thank you so much for having me.
Great to have you on the show. You've done so much in your career. You were part of the best team at the World Bowls Championships a couple of years ago. You've done it at the Com Games. You've been there, done that at the AO, winning the women's pairs this year. But you're making your BPL debut later this month, or officially in October. It's this month now. How pumped are you?
Oh, I'm super excited. It seems like it's come around really quick, considering it's been an event that I'll be making my debut at as well. I'm just super excited for it. It's an event that I think when you are a bowler who, tries to test yourself against quality opposition, it definitely is one that you strive to be a part of. So very excited. Bring it on. And
the selection for the Moreton Bay Pirates, how did that come about?
So I got a phone call from the board at Pine Rivers, and they initially sort of mentioned that they have made changes in their team, and they kind of sent out the feelers to see if I would be interested in joining the team. Of course, that was a very easy yes, to say the least. So once I let them know that I would be very keen. They brought that, back to their discussions and confirmed me joining the Pirates. So, very thankful. I've met a few of the members there at the club as well. So, before the BPL starts, I'll be heading over a few days earlier just to connect with all the members and, so to join the Moreton Bay Pirates and be a part of Pine Rivers in that format, extremely exciting.
And you and I have had some previous chats about the BPL and how much you've wanted to play it. Your reaction when you found out, it seems as though you were pretty pumped, but, what was your reaction when you heard the news, and who were the first people you told?
Yeah, I think, when you get that first phone call saying, would you be interested, that's probably the most, exciting one you have in a way, because it's that first kind of taster to hopefully being a part of it. I had to keep that pretty tight-lipped, obviously, and same when the confirmation came through that they did, want me a part of the team, just because of the announcements that come through. But obviously, I told my family, my mentors, my coaches, loved ones that have been supporting me, that it's an event that I'm going to be a part of. But probably more so when that confirmation came through, my brain probably just then switched to, right, what do I need to do to gear myself and the team up to have the best possible chance of success? Because obviously so thrilled to be a part of it, but the thrill of being a part of it is obviously the desire to win it as well. So my brain probably has shifted to that once that confirmation came through.
Well, you're a competitive individual, and I know that medals come to you whether you like it or not. So I think you guys will be in pretty good stead. But the format, very different from things that you would have played before. What is it about the format that you do like when you've watched the BPL?
Obviously that quick play, I think it's very cutthroat in the sense that you need to adapt really quick. Again, I think that's probably a bit of a strength of mine in a way, trying to adapt to different services and rinks as quick as possible. Also that it's carpet play as well. There's been a lot of carpet play going on for myself over this last year, especially as we look ahead at the international calendar happening. But then also it's peers, right? And a lot of my international career has been built off peers. So although it's a format that it will be my first time being a part of, I feel like there's a lot of different elements and sets play as well, that I've had experience in. So I'll just be able to, pick apart the goods of all of those different formats I've played and bring it all together. And then obviously playing with Ryan and Alex and having Ali there, they're so experienced in that event. So I know that I'll be able to lean on them in terms of tactics and, get the inside scoop on the rinks there at Pine Rivers.
That's awesome. I'm really looking forward to seeing how it all does go. And at Pine Rivers, you're playing for the home team. I don't know if you've been there on a Thursday night before, but the Pirates traditionally last. That's the same as it is this year on the broadcast rink. It absolutely rocks. It's loud. The fans are raucous. I think everybody's a few deep by that point. How much are you looking forward to that moment when you step on and you've got the parochial Pine Rivers fans roaring for you?
I mean, that's what you sort of dream of, right? When you're playing at home, to be able to sort of, you see other sports on TV when they play at home and like the crowd's electrifying. So the fact that Pine Rivers is able to replicate that sort of atmosphere and to know that the crowd there will be sort of cheering you on. I'm sure I'll be getting some goosebumps when I hear all the noise happen there. But I think just I have seen it on TV and you do hear the noise coming through. I'm sure it's dialed down a lot by the team there broadcasting it, I'm sure. But no, to kind of be a part of that crowd and have, what you'd hope majority of them sort of rooting for you, we'll just see what sport's all about.
And speaking of what sport is all about, the Olympics obviously is one of the pinnacles for athletes all around the world, and Bowls is making its push with the Bowls for Brisbane matchup on the Wednesday night, which will take place as the final match of the broadcast evening. And you've got a very big role to play in this night because you're coaching the rest of world team. How excited are you to be part of what is going to be such a special occasion for this sport?
Oh, so special. If you're a part of the sport in any form, you'd be kidding yourself if you wouldn't want to see bowls in the Olympics. And so when this campaign came about, Bowls in Brisbane, it's just brilliant to be a part of a campaign and a contest that can really just help push the voice of bowls being in the Olympics out there. I think it's just such a great stage as well to kind of show how, the crowds that bowls brings, the level of play as well, obviously it being a rest of the world versus Australia. And you're, at Pine Rivers on that carpet, it's just going to bring out some brilliant match play. So really honoured, to be asked to be a part of that team and help create a showcase match that hopefully ultimately will, be the beginning of us being in the Olympics.
Well, let's hope. It's such an amazing initiative, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it all does go. The team, the rest of world team, Julie O'Connell, Kelly McCarrahan and Gary Kelly is formidable. What can we expect from them and also from you as coach?
I think with Julie, Kelly and Gary, we know that they know how to perform on a world stage. So I think that the competition itself and the level of play itself will be, what we all expect. Obviously, Gary will be there for BPL, but also just mentioning, Julie and Kelly, they're specifically flying all the way to Brisbane to be a part of this showcase match. So it's really undeniable that those three have a true passion behind what this event is going to be a part of. So I know that, all of us know why we're a part of this campaign and what we want to do. And, there'll be nothing short of passion shown by all of us there.
Awesome. And how important, in your opinion, is this contest in terms of the push to get bowls into the Olympics?
Oh, a lot. I think it's a real opportunity to show bowls at its best. I think that, for our voices to be heard in the world of bowls, for why we believe bowls should be in Brisbane, to have that event when it is held, the players that are involved across the Bowls Australia team, the rest of the world team, just how excited everybody is for the push Bowls in Brisbane. It's just a brilliant time for it to happen. I think as well, for all of us involved, one day it will be in the Olympics. That it's got to happen. So to kind of look back at, we're all players in our own right, having our own goals of trying to achieve our own goals, like in terms of results on the bowls green, but furthermore to actually help develop the game and grow the game. I think that to be able to look back and say that you've been a part of something great like this will definitely be a highlight in your career.
It sure will. And Selena, you've got a hell of a lot of highlights at the moment. You are flying in your career. It's been such a prosperous year for you, and looking forward to seeing what the next few have in store. But at the start of that is going to be BPL 22, where you'll be playing for the Moreton Bay Pirates with Ryan Burnett and Alex Marshall, with the fellow New Zealander Ali Forsyth as the coach. Good luck with that, and good luck with the Bowls for Brisbane campaign. Very, very much looking forward to seeing how that all goes. And thanks for joining me on Without Bias.
No problem. Thanks so much, Val.
Selena Goddard joining me on Without Bias. Great to have her on the show. She is a superstar. AO Women's Pairs winner as well this year. So looking forward to seeing how it all goes at Club Pine Rivers, October 27. That's when that kicks off. Sophie Kurzman, right at home, emerging Jackaroo. She's going to join me right after this to talk about her success at the Burnside Under-26 singles a couple of weeks ago, or last weekend, I should say. Looking forward to that. This is all for Tripadil and right at home, right here on 1116 SEN. Back soon.
For personalised, private, no waiting, in-home care, rightathome.com.au. This is Without Bias on SEN.
You're listening to Without Bias here on 1116 SEN, your home of sport. Big thank you to Selena Goddard for joining me on the show tonight. Val Febbo here with you for Tripadil. Roll into your next holiday with Tripadil and right at home, the right care right at home. Without further ado, though, right at home, emerging Jackaroo Sophie Kurzman joins me after a successful conquest over to Burnside in New Zealand. Soph, welcome back and congratulations on what was a great week.
Hello, Val. Thanks so much for having me, and thank you for that. It was really good.
How ecstatic are you with the result, taking home one of the singles divisions over there in what is a pretty prestigious tournament?
Oh, absolutely. And when you're one of two Aussies over there, and everyone's supporting you back home, but you've got not many people there, it can be quite intimidating. And especially to have, you have to put a resume in to get picked in that tournament. So to know that you're coming up against, the best that they've got under 26 over there and further, it was really good to get a division win and for Tice to bring home the runners-up as well. So, it was really good results for us as the Aussies.
Yeah, so it was you and Tyson Cromie, two Victorians, two emerging Jackaroos, and Tyson came home with a second place. You came home with a win. How did you find the event as a whole?
Oh, loved it. It was so well run. And I know Kerry Bruce has been doing it for a long, long time. And Taylor, her daughter, who we all know and love, has come. And I think she started help with the organisation. And it was just so incredibly run over there. Like the food, the amount of volunteers they got, and just everything was to time. And it couldn't have been run much better. Everything was super smooth. And it was just really good.
And the win must give you a lot of confidence for what's coming up over the next few months, because it is pretty busy for you. So how much has that bolstered your belief?
Definitely. I know that, I started off over there and you sort of have to go through a few mental challenges, especially with singles. I remember the last time we spoke, I'd mentioned that I hadn't been sort of training in singles for as long as others. I've sort of started playing singles myself about maybe 2 years ago and started actually being successful at it. And so I'm actually heading down to Tasmania this weekend to play in the Bowls Classic down there, which is also mixed gender. And I'm only one of three females in the field. So to get a win in a mixed gender competition last week, to then take that into Tasmania this week, I think it should give me a little bit more confidence to know I can do more than I think I'm capable of, and get a couple of wins against no matter who I come up against. So yeah.
Well, that actually leads me into the Nationals a little bit, because that's coming up in Tasmania. You'll be featuring prominently for Victoria. So how important is this event in Tassie going to be in terms of just sussing out the conditions and how they might look.
Yeah, definitely. We're very lucky in Victoria that we also always have a test series against the state where the Nationals is being hosted. So I leave for this Tasmania tournament on Friday and come back Monday. And then as a Victorian squad, we actually leave next Thursday to Monday to play a test series against Tasmania. So I'm actually spending the next 2 weeks or next 2 weekends interstate in Tasmania. So if I don't know the conditions by then, I'd be very concerned. And then obviously a couple of weeks after next week, when I'm back from that, where we've got the Nationals. So hopefully I'm well acclimatised and well adjusted to the conditions of the greens over there by then.
And in terms of, before we get to more national stuff, I do want to ask, I completely neglected to ask this, because you did get to play in the green and gold again last week in Burnside. So how special was that to put the kit on once again and just, show that you are representing Australia and continuing to realise that dream?
It was incredible, and I know Tice would say the same. Like a lot of the others got to play, like you'll see a few of the Kiwi guys and girls wear their sort of New Zealand shorts, but they just sort of wore their club shirts and things like that. So for Tice and I to go over and be able to pull on the green and gold and sort of just, make it known that we are representing our country, it was really special and definitely a privilege. Tyson has gone to Burnside before and played in the green and gold, and I was in the North Island of New Zealand last year for Oceania, so it was both our second time pulling it on, and definitely hope we did our country proud, because it is a big privilege to do that, and it's something that not a lot of people get to do. So definitely proud of our efforts, and yeah, just super special.
Yeah, certainly. And in terms of New Zealand, did you get to do any touristy things while you were over there, or was it just in and out?
We actually did get to do some touristy things, which was really nice, because it's not always what we get to do. Usually we're sort of in and out, and you only see sort of bowls clubs and hotels. But the first night we sort of just had a dinner and settled in, and then the next day we went and practiced and got about 4 seasons in one day. We had the hail, the rain, the sun, and then we played for the next couple of days, and one night we went into Christchurch City and sort of got to experience some of the food options there. And the day of our flight, we actually flew in the afternoon. So this was yesterday. We got back yesterday. Oh, not yesterday, sorry, Monday. And we actually got to drive up the mountains and see sort of the Pacific Ocean coming into where Christchurch sort of divots in New Zealand. And then Tice and I jumped on the gondola, because JR's a bit afraid of heights, he said. He's going to hate me saying that. But so Tice and I jumped on the gondola and went back up the hill after we drove down, and just got to, take some really cool photos. And so that was probably as touristy as we got. But yeah, it was really nice to be able to spend some time sort of off the bowls green and just really get to admire where you are in the world.
Unreal. That sounds absolutely fantastic. And back to closer to home and where you'll be in November, the Nationals coming up. You've got the side series. How pumped are you to represent Victoria once again and hopefully push for more silverware? You were part of that squad that won in Western Australia 2 years ago, Victoria's first since 2004. I don't even reckon you would have been out of your toddler stage when that was won last. So, how pumped are you again?
I'm so excited. I was actually one in 2004.
There we go, making us all feel old.
You're very correct. Yeah. That was a really special moment, and Bowls Victoria sort of acknowledged us as a team. Did make a bit of history. It was almost 2 decades since it had been done, and I think last year we finished third at Tweed. So I think it would be really nice to, hopefully get another win with, I think we've got a really good team. We've got a good team developing. We've got some newbies and some people that are just really ready to give it a red hot go. And I think we've got the good motivation to do something special this year. So fingers crossed that we get a few good results.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing how it all does go. The women's event is always so hotly contested at sides, so can't wait for that. But how much do you relish the chance to, we spoke about the green and gold, how much you love that, but to put on the big V, because I know a lot of Victorians, they love putting on the navy and the white, and I know that you're pretty passionate about your Victorian bowls, so how much do you relish that opportunity?
I'm always so grateful to be selected, and I've been so fortunate to not miss a selection since 2022 now, which is really exciting. So, and I just notched up my 50 games, which I think we spoke about last time. So to know that I'm sort of adding on to, my career and representing Victoria as a state is really special, and it's once again something not many people get to do. So we have a lot of values in our side, and respect is one of them. So to be first respecting the uniform we're wearing and acknowledging that it is a really big deal and something special. So I'm really, really grateful that I can do it again, and I love pulling on that uniform. It's so nice.
Awesome. And one final one from me. Are you getting up to Pine Rivers for BPL 22? I know you play for Club Sunbury. You're one of the spokespeople for the Melbourne Extreme. So you're heading up to Club Pine Rivers for a big BPL?
I did check my calendar just before, and it falls the couple of days before my exam week. It falls between my last week of this term and the exams. So I think if I'm feeling all right, I might book a last minute flight. But at this rate, I'm sort of in between a yes and a no, just because I sort of need to do well at uni to have a career. So I'm hoping that I can nail these exams and hopefully feel confident enough to take a few days off study and come up and spot out the BPL, because it's such a great event, and Pine Rivers never fail to impress with their hospitality. So definitely hoping I can, but I'm just penciled in right now.
You're smart. You'll get there, I reckon. I've got every bit of faith that you'll get there, Soph. But thank you very much for joining me on the show. It's been an absolute pleasure. As per usual, good luck with sides. Well done again on what you did in New Zealand. It's an amazing feat to go over to Burnside and play well. It's such an esteemed event, and to do so well is absolutely brilliant. So congratulations, and we'll speak soon.
Thanks so much, Val. Thank you.
Right at home emerging Jackaroo, Sophie Kurzman, our final guest of Without Bias in 2025. Fantastic season it has been. Thank you to all the guests that have joined me, including Sophie and Selena this evening. And thank you to you for listening in throughout 2025. The last 20 weeks couldn't have been the same, or wouldn't have been the same, without all of our faithful listeners across SEN and also on BA's YouTube channel, where this goes up later on. So be sure to follow BA's YouTube and social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're on all of them. And go to bowls.com.au for anything else you need to know about the world of bowls. The Right Line podcast is also available wherever you get your podcasts, and plenty more. BPL coming up at the end of the month. The Nationals coming up a couple of weeks after that, and plenty more in between. From me, Val Febbo, it's a big thank you to everybody that's tuned in throughout the season, and not to mention, as I said, all of the guests as well. But until next year, goodbye for now on Without Bias for Right at Home and Tripadil.